Greetings, everybody! I, Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik, have finally conquered that wretched Hedgehog's comic book. At least his second comic book, Sonic Universe. Ugh, that name Sonic is poison to my lips. Oh, that Hedgehog. Oh, I hate him. Well, anywho, I will let one of my loyal subjects describe the ultimate plan of conquest. How my inner workings of my empire are run. And any traitors that are brought before me will be thoroughly dealt with. And now, I shall go find a new devious scheme to... that hedgehog will suffer great. Thank you, Dr. Eggman. Boy, is he crazy. Well, yes, folks, this is the first arc of Sonic Universe called Scrambled, and this issue, number 37, I have to admit, it is awesome. I love this issue so much, and the reason I love it, the reason it's so awesome, well, there are many reasons, and one of them is these two guys, Orbot and Cubot. Man, people have been wanting these people in the comics for a long time, and who can blame them? They were great in the video game Sonic Colors, and the game's great too. I suggest you play it. But anywho, well, these two robots follow a long line of other robots that have served the good doctor for many years. Well, and they finally show up in the comic book. But if you want to get all technical and stuff, they originally did appear in issue 219, but it was a backup story, and it was one of those another time, another place type stories that, well, didn't fall into the main continuity. And, yeah. But this issue, number 37, brings these two robots into the main continuity, and it is great. Their interest is great. The Cubot's voice box gets messed up just like in the video games, and, well, Eggman considers that a low priority. And, well, these two are pretty much the emergency lackeys. Now, why are they emergency lackeys? Let's just say that another lackey has pretty much gone traitor once again. Yes, it's Snively, pretty much up to his old schemes, but this time he looks like he might actually have a chance of succeeding. Well, apart from Sonic 50, but who keeps count? Well, yeah, Snively initiated a lockdown of the system, pretty much cut off Eggman and everyone else from the rest of the ship, and pretty much we get wind that Snively's going to go get his sister Hope, get some piece of technology from the Dragon Kingdom, and in all to rescue his girlfriend from the bottom of the well, the Iron Queen. Oh, joy. Well, of course, Eggman's not happy, tries to order Orbot and Cubot to restore the system, and while they're doing so, Snively transmits a message throughout the entire Empire, all Dark Egg Legion chapters, pretty much saying that Sonic has finally won, the ship is crashing, you're all free to do whatever you want. And of course, Eggman orders his army of Egg Swats. Yes, that's right, Egg Swats. Pretty much a cross between the Egg Pawns and the SWAT bots. That's actually pretty cool. To capture Snively, and of course they do very quickly, only to realize that Snively has duplicated himself into a bunch of robots, and they all go boom after a little bit. Meanwhile, the real Snively is escaping on an egg jet, and if it looks familiar, that's why. It's the same ship Eggman used back in 229 during the whole Genesis arc. Well, once things are under control in the Death Egg, Eggman orders Orbot and Cubot to summon all the Grandmasters for an emergency meeting. Yep. Well, this is another moment. This is another great moment, folks. We finally get to meet every Grandmaster of every chapter in the Eggman Empire. Now, some of them we've already met before, and others we're meeting for the first time. So, let's get this out of the way. Let's start with the ones we've already know. There's Duck Bill Platypus from Down Under. There's Draco Wolf and Razorclaw from the mysterious Cat Country. And there's Aklud from the Northern Sea. The Baron from the Great Desert. Leonda, of course, tagging along with Eggman at the moment. And there's Conquering Storm, who is Eggman's newest enforcer in the Dragon Kingdom. And now here are the Grandmasters we've never heard of before until now. This is Lord Hood. He's from Mercia. Diesel, he roams around Africa. Mobius is Africa, pretty much, on bikes. And if you notice right here, I've heard somebody on one of the boards saying that Knuckles at one point encountered a gang of bear bikers in one of his issues, number 14. So I had to dig it out, and sure enough, Knuckles encounters a gang of bear bikers. Now, are they one and the same? Coincidence? You tell me. Anywho, back to the Grandmasters. We have the Hugo Brass. What? Hugo Brass? What? Huh? That's right, folks. The former commander of Gun now works for Eggman. Of course, it says here in the little caption that Eggman brainwashed him, but still, at least it proves now that there is a human chapter of the League, and he is stationed in Yurish? Huh. Well, then we have the moment everybody's been waiting for. Fans crave for them for years. They haven't been seen since issue 10. The Nerbs, folks, the Nerbs. And we have a Nerb Grandmaster known as the Foreman, and he controls a Nerb chapter of the Legion. And they work underground to dig. Yeah, it's that exciting. People have been waiting for these guys for years. I mean, look at them, they're Nerbs. So, anywho, Eggman summons all the Grandmasters to the conference room to set a few things straight. 1, that he is not dead. 2, Snively has broadcasted a fake message, and they all should not listen to Snively because, well, Snively is a little snake. No offense, Lord Hood. And pretty much reminding all the Grandmasters that if disobedience is allowed in his ranks, he can blow him up with one push of a button. Yeah. But he also mentions that loyalty will be rewarded, as he cites Leonda for an example. I mean, he says that Leonda, well, pretty much did not take advantage of the whole Death Day lockdown, and as a result, her chapter will be relocated to a posting of her choosing. So, does this mean Leonda will leave us soon? Who knows? Alright, back to the story. Eggman pretty much gives them all a new mission to, well, which is the same as the old mission. Pretty much conquer territory, assimilate new people into the Legion, and find the blue Chaos Emerald. The same Chaos Emerald that has been missing since, after the Genesis fiasco thing. Oh, and he puts in a stipulation that anyone who uses the Chaos Emerald without his permission pretty much will suffer the consequences. And speaking of enforcing the Legion, Eggman reveals a new series of Batman called the Metal Series. Now it consists of Metal Sonic, Metal Tails, Metal Knuckles, and a totally remodeled Mecha Sally. I mean, look at that. Eggman did a fine job on her. I mean, look at her. It's like she's all sleek and more ready for combat compared to this old bulky design when she was first roboticized. I mean, I'm sorry, Sally fans, but you gotta admit, that is actually pretty cool. So, Eggman sends all the Legion Grandmasters on their way and orders Leondon to stay put to watch the Death Egg as he, Orbot, Cubot, and the Metals pretty much go after Snively on a mustached ship. Yes, folks, the ship is actually part of the Death Egg, and it detaches into its own little ship. That's actually cool. I loves it. Wow. And then, folks, the hunt is on. The hunt for Snively. Well, what's to say about this issue? Well, I love it. I love the issue. I give it a 11 out of 10. Brought back some old references. Brought back the nerves. I love it. I keep saying I love it a lot, but I love this issue. This happens to be one of my favorite issues as of right now. Now, will the momentum keep going in the future stories of this arc? I mean, this is only the first issue of this little story arc, and who knows? It could go south. It could get better. Who knows? And also, this is also Jamal Pepper's first issue in a Sonic Universe. I mean, all Sonic Universe stories have been penciled by Tracy at this point. So, I like that we're getting a new variety of talented artists on here. I love it. So, at this point, will Snively succeed? Will Eggman be triumphant? Will the Iron Queen ever get free of the bottom of the well? Well, I don't have the answers, folks. Stay tuned. And thank you for this little review. I'll see you next time, and long live the Eggman Empire.